So we're going to do a quick recap of what we're going to do a quick recap of everything that happened.
They're on including our names. Hi, I'm Jeff. It's nice to meet you. That's Jay.
I'm the GM that doesn't know how to run OBS. It's been 5 months since I've run OBS. So yeah, clearly there's some bugs. It's bugs. We're fixing them. We're getting it all good.
So, starting from the top, take two. The fast version. Reader's Digest Condensed Edition.
Introduce yourselves and who are you playing? Jeff.
I'm Jeff. I'm playing Aviro Starborn, who is a high elf, a very young high elf wizard, and I don't play casters, so this is going to be an interesting adventure.
Excellent. Carrie, who are you playing?
I'm Carrie. I'm playing Bryn Broadriver, half elf rogue, and I do know what I'm doing, and I am going to help. I'm going to help Jeff.
Excellent. Jim.
I'm Jim, playing Glassstock Steelcloak, a dwarven warrior. We will see. And I'm a forever DM who never gets to play a player character, so this will be interesting.
Awesome. I'm Jay, also known as Neophyte3, and I'm the GM that doesn't know how to run things. No, again, Prelude, you're fine. We are just, like I said, this is episode 1, Prelude. We're getting all the bugs out so we can run. The group...
We did play a session 0, and we did an audio kind of recap, so check that out. It's on the doobly-doo, wherever you put it.
Yep, it's on the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer, so it's in the videos. So they're traveling from a town, Split Rock, to Saltmarsh. They are in a covered wagon. They are delivering an item to the lizard folk embassy in the city of Saltmarsh, which is the city of Saltmarsh, not the village of Saltmarsh. And this is called the Saltmarsh Legends. They're currently on the road. It's going to take about a week. Day 1, just some chatting, nothing mundane, no encounters. Day 2, they start smelling some really water sloshing within the package, this large crate that's in the back of the wagon, and the little odor of swamp water. And that's where we're going to pick up.
I've just stepped down off of the cart and then gone around back. And you said the crate is not leaking, correct?
The crate is not leaking. So the bottom and the base of the crate, there's no, even though you can't hear it right now, but there was, like I said, a little bit of that water movement as the cart would move, but there's no leak. There's clearly something on the inside of the crate that's preventing any leakage, but there's some water and there might be something that's covering the top of it. So if it got tipped over, it might leak out. Water might leak out, but there seems to be a little bit of a gap, and that's where that swampy water smell kind of comes from.
Can I cast Detect Magic and see if there's if it's a magic crate?
If you would like to detect magic, by all means, you can. And as you cast Detect Magic, no. And yes. So there's no permanent magic at first, but you detect maybe that there's some, on the outside of the crate, there's no magic. It's not a magical item, but there's clearly maybe an artificer design. So there's a little element of magic, but not really. It's more of a...
So the crate itself seems mundane, but was magically created?
Probably by an artificer, yes. That added a little bit to kind of keep that watertight seal and a little bit of that combination. So you're not seeing any arcane marks or anything like that to make it a magical object.
Gotcha.
Is Aviro doing some sort of hand gesture with his spell, or is he am I able to tell he's casting something?
Yeah. So when he casts, it looks like writing on a chalkboard. And it looks very much like if you were to walk into a theoretical physics classroom and they've got formulas and things. That's what it looks like when he casts. And then he makes it ghostly kind of in the air, and then he activates it. Yeah.
I kind of lean back. I'm like, what did you just do?
I wanted to see if it was magical. Why is it not leaking? Smells like it's leaking. It's not, but yes, It was most likely, and I relay the information, it was most likely a mundane object created by an officer, so improved upon?
Is there water in it?
I believe so.
And I kind of like look one more time and make sure it's not leaking. And I'm like,
It's not leaking. It's still dry.
Be sure it doesn't tip over, I guess. Stinks. If you want to ride up on the buckboard, I'm sure we can find room.
All right. So he climbs out.
As before,
his very lankiness climbs through the window.
Bryn is ready to like climb out, but turns back to him and is like, "One rule: if you're going to be up on the buckboard, no complaining."
Okay.
So help me. So help me. One complaint, and you're back in the back wagon with the swamp water.
All right.
Good. And then I like go and I hop back up and I wait for Aviro to come find his seat.
Mm-hmm. And he climbs. Does Glassdock make him? Does Glassdock slide in, or does he make?
No, I'll
over him.
I'll slide in simply because I know how annoying Bryn thinks you are. So, so I'll sort of act like a shield, and then I'm just going to act like I'm asleep the entire time. So that way, I'm just permanently between the.
It's the middle seat on an airplane.
Exactly. It's like.
And I just imagine occasionally there's like a bump here, and you're going over something, and kind of,
Mm-hmm.
Right now and then I'll like start to put my head down towards Bryn and realize which direction I'm going, and I'll go the other way instead.
That's adorable. That is absolutely precious. And we're just traveling along, man.
And again, since it's day 2, you're going to see a few more merchants, but the numbers start to dwindle, and you can. Behind you, you pass another one. Like I said, you're kind of slowly passing a few more. No big deal. Again, the night comes and you rest, and there's not as many
puts
people.
Up his tent.
What's that?
Aviro puts up his tent. It is still poorly put up because he doesn't.
Is it better than last time?
I don't know. Should we roll a die?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
High low. So I'll do a high low die roll.
Yeah, sure.
Better. Sure. I rolled exactly a 10 on a d20.
Oh my god, it is exactly the same.
Yep. Pretty much.
He's gonna be all proud of it too. He's gonna be like, "Ta-da!"
Improvement.
Good job.
It's crinked a little bit,
Yeah.
Gonna be better tomorrow, a little bit every day. And I kind of like look over at Glassdock.
Is there a bath around?
Is there a bath? Go that way and listen for the sound of running water. I'm sure you'll find the bath.
All right. Aviro wanders off in this direction that she points.
I pointed at a river.
Nope. There's no river close to right now.
How long am I wandering before I find there's
How long do you want to wander?
Well, I mean, an hour?
Yeah.
2 hours?
You go an hour, there's no water.
Okay.
And then an hour back, it's starting to get dark.
An hour back.
That's right.
2 hours later.
He has dark vision. It's okay.
Yeah. There's no water that direction.
Could have sworn there was a river that way. I guess not. And I just sort of have this sort of little, eating grin on my face. And then I'm, by this time, making myself some dinner on the fire.
Awesome. Again, the evening goes without incident. We're not going to get into who's, if you've got if you're using guards or, sleep, that type of stuff. We're not going to concern with that because it's over the course of time. You're still in a relatively safe location. We're just going to gloss over that particular part.
Well, the elf's only got to meditate or whatever they do for a couple hours. So,
So day 3 come, and you're noticing now the clouds are getting maybe a little. If anyone would like to make a survival check, you could to see if it's going to be raining.
I would.
Okay.
17.
Oh, 17. Snap.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am from the sea.
As you can see, there's a storm brewing coming from the ocean, the sea. It's not going to hit today, but tomorrow you're definitely going to have some rain tomorrow and maybe the next day. So,
well, boys, we might want to. I think we should brace ourselves. Maybe we should push the horses a little bit today. I don't think we're going to be able to get very far tomorrow. And I sort of nod at the cumulus formations that are happening kind of in the distance. I'm like, Avira, as much as I hate to say it, your presence on the buckboard has been invaluable, but you might want to go into the back of the cart again because you might get wet.
I'm not interested in being wet. I'm going to go into the back.
Yeah. And you can keep the crate from tipping over because then you'll be wet too.
We're worried about that? I don't think we're worried about that. Should I be worried about I wasn't worried about that. Now I am.
It was jostling around and there's water in there. It could tip over. Right?
I'll get to work.
So the evening goes and you enjoy. The next morning you wake up. Again, third day of travel. You set off. Kind of hit a little bit harder. And how much of a delay are you going to be with how well did Aviro get his tent packed up?
I'll help him get it all packed up.
Okay.
So we gotta go.
So you get it going and you hit those rain and you're actually ahead of the pack and there's actually no more market or carriages that are coming the opposite direction. So you're pretty good. You're in this ahead of the pack. You know how when you're driving on the freeway, you pass all them and you've got free reign for a long period of time. And then maybe you might pass one more, but you're just kind of sailing. Mm-hmm. So as you're going and there's grasslands and then you're hitting some woods. You're kind of going through some woods at times or some light woods or swamps in the area. So, I mean, there's different terrains, little mountains to the right or to the, since you're going north to south, it would be to the west. And interesting.
Now we're going east to west. Are we going north to south?
Technically, so if you're looking at, the map of Saltmarsh, you're coming from the north going south.
Oh.
I believe. Yeah. No, actually, let me take that back. My mistake. No, you are going east to west. I got my map mixed up. So yeah, you're going from east to west. So the north, there's a little bit of some mountains. As you're getting, I would say probably before midday. Byron, give me a perception check, please.
Who'd you say, me?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Bryn.
A perception check.
No, it's Byron.
Bryn.
I can be Byron or Baron.
Bryn, that's me.
Or Bryn, which is my real name. Perception is a 19.
Nice. Ooh. So as you're kind of getting to a good stable, you're looking ahead. And is Glassstoff, are you also at top this time too?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a perception check too.
5.
Awesome. You're looking back. You see there's a pretty rainbow to the left. You're looking going, wow, Earth. There's forests here. There's some interesting that color's changing. I didn't know that tree was there's orange and yellow leaves on a tree, not just green. And as Bryn is focusing, you kind of round the bend a little bit and you're going at a little bit of a clip. You notice ahead of you at a good distance, you see what's strange is that there's some people walking around in the middle of the road. And there's like 6 of them or 7 of them. They're just kind of walking in the middle of the road and they look like they're confused. And as you're getting a little bit closer, you with that roll, you spot them a good distance away.
Okay. I elbow Glassstock and I'm like, I like nod up the road. I'm like, do you see that?
Oh, that.
Yeah, people in the road.
Yes. Yes.
They don't look like they're in a terrible hurry. Do they look like they see us?
They look like they're just wandering about. Is there a cart or anything? Or are they just wandering in the road?
You don't see the cart, but no, Bryn, you don't see a cart at all. They seem to be wandering. And as you're getting closer, you're about 200 feet away, and you're getting a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of looking at them, and they appear to be wearing like almost, they're wearing some armor, but they look like they're actually, Bryn, give me a history check. Actually, any Glasswolf, give me a history check too, to see if you recognize some.
13.
I got a 13 as well.
We're gonna say that they look not like merchants. They might be bandits.
Oh, great.
Oh, shit.
But,
okay, so I stopped. Yeah, okay.
But as you're getting a little bit closer, you notice that they're not paying attention to you, and they're randomly walking in the area. And you notice that some of them have like red stains all over them.
I kind of slow the cart to almost a stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're barely moving. And I just say to Glassdog, I'm like, should we go on ahead? I don't particularly want to drive this cart with very valuable cargo in the back. Not a Vera, the actual valuable cargo.
No, I know what you meant.
I don't want to drive it right up into a pod of bandits. I don't care how weird they're acting. They could snap back like that. It could be a ruse.
The screen slides open. Why have we stopped?
Shh. Vero, this. I kind of point up ahead of us. I'm like,
can I make a history check to see if I know what they are?
Give me a perception check. Yeah.
Perception, not history.
Actually, yeah. Give me a history check first.
Excellent. Why did it not roll? What do I click on to make a roll? The number? No.
There should be a little dot or dice next to it, or a plus.
Just click next to the
21.
Ooh,
okay,
yeah, there we go.
Give me a perception check too. Roll me a perception check because I want to see how well you see that.
9.
Okay.
9.
So as you're looking, you're not really paying too much.
It's because he's looking through the little window.
You see
one eye at a time.
Terrible visibility.
So you see an emblem on one of the armors, and it is a local bandit group that's been known to, in your studies, you know that there's a few bandit groups, excuse me, that hit merchants on their on the road, and you saw a symbol. It's like it's a group of bandits.
So before we came, pardon me, I may have done some research on some local banditry tribes, and I believe that's one of them right there, that insignia. Either somebody stole a bandit's uniform, why is beyond me, or they're bandits, so perhaps we don't go this way?
How many of them are there?
What you can see is right now, you see what looks like, let me see. There appears to be about 7 of them. And one of them kind of comes out of the forest area a little bit to the left. And they're just kind of walking aimlessly. And the one thing that you pick up, though, because of your previous awesome roll of, they're not paying attention to anything. They're walking shoveled. And like,
No, I hate it. I hate it immediately. Okay. Oh God.
Okay.
I just kind of shake my head and I'm like, I don't think there's really another way around. This is the road, the only road.
We have, in my mind, we have 2 choices. Do you have a crossbow or a bow?
I don't have a bow.
Aviro, do you have any ranged magical attacks?
Any what?
Can you shoot things with your fingers? Damn it!
No. Pew pew.
Yes, pew pew.
I can make those noises and I can do this with my hands. But
That's not what he meant. Okay, so
Okay.
okay, what about this? What if we rode past them? They look like they're not paying attention.
Yeah. We gotta go.
If they
We gotta
attack
go
us, then
fast. Yeah.
I don't want to, well, God forbid one of them isn't a bandit. I don't want to run anybody over.
Well, if they don't
hell of a
move
way
when
to
they
go.
have if they don't move when a cart's bearing down on them, I don't feel sorry for them.
Have you
Why
ever
don't
seen
you ask
anybody
them
get
to
hit
stand
by a
stop?
cart?
Have you ever seen anybody get hit by an axe? Because that's our other choice.
Forget I asked. All right. Well, Aviro,
Yes.
hold on tight to that crate there.
And get ready to pew pew.
Yeah, and I like really like whip the horses hard, and we're going fast, man. We're going right through them.
So as you start to go and you're getting a little bit closer, the noise of how, and you're probably maybe 75 feet away from them, you see out of the woods, you see a few more kind of moving around in the woods area. And as you're getting a little closer, they do one of these, you sense that they sense your presence, and they turn around, they're like,
Oh God.
and they start lunging towards you as you are starting to come towards them.
What's happening? What are they doing?
I keep going
And
fast.
as
I
you
keep
can
going
see,
really fast.
There's one of them's like cut in half, and like by a sword. There's one's got like a burn mark on them. There's some holes of arrows through one of them. They're clearly not alive. That the bandits have got taken out, and for whatever reason, they're now in the middle of the road.
Oh my God.
There's something wrong with this.
No shit. And I just keep like fighting
Give me
hitting the reins hard.
animal handling check as you get close to control the horses to see if they can get through.
Got a 13.
Ooh. So as you start going, you get through like the first. Actually, if you would like to pull up roll 20, I might have something for you.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Dun, 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 dun. So, on roll 20, you see where the cart is?
Hold on one second. I do not.
Oh, you know what? No, you don't, because I have to switch it to the right player. You know, I know what I'm doing.
That's much better.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I still just see the map of Saltmarsh. Oh, there we go. Hey, there we go.
There it is. Okay. Oh God. There's so many. Oh no.
Why is there so many of them?
Okay. How many do I kill again before?
You smack into the first one. You smack into the second one. I need an animal handling check to see if the horses are going to get through the next one.
Okay. The next animal handling is a 14. Slightly better than it is.
All right.
My new progress.
Your new progress?
Minute progress.
Oh, my new progress.
Minute progress. I thought you said my new as well. I was like, I'm sorry.
1 second. I got to pull something up. So they're clearly not alive. Clear, you're pretty sure there's a whole bunch of bandits that are now zombies. And you bash into them and they're kind of getting knocked to the side a little bit. And they're also a little hungry, and you know, the horses are right there. So
no, not the horses.
You know,
oh, we're screwed.
They're gonna, let's see.
So help me, I am gonna hitch up some of these frickin' zombies if we have to.
They're reaching
clutching the
out.
crate and cowering in the back.
Yeah, they're reaching out and they're trying to, but you bashed into some of them, and the ones that you bashed into are just getting pummeled over. And as you get to the last one, the one thing that's going to happen is I gotta make a real quick check, because let's see if this happens. Let's see. So the first one, nope. Wow. Okay.
Did we get lucky?
You got lucky. As the zombies try to grab onto the cart as you're winging by. Last roll. As you're getting through them, you got one left. What are you going to do?
Oh boy.
Give me that final handling roll.
Okay, here we go.
I'm going to give you advantage.
I rolled 2 nat ones.
What?
I got the nat 1, and you're like, I'll give you advantage. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
It can't be any worse.
It's been fun. My name's Carrie. I won't be back next week.
So as you get to the final one, the horse.
We can only go up from here, guys. There we go.
So the horse was.
That's as bad as it can possibly be. Oh.
You know, I'm gonna go with you. You smacked the few of them, and the horses were like getting. In this last one, the horse rears up and breaks free of the cart. One of the horses breaks free. Grey Worm breaks free, scared, and starts running off into the woods.
Oh, that's Bryn's favorite.
I'm crushed. I can't help but feel this is my fault somehow.
Do the zombies follow the horse?
We're gonna roll initiative, and we're gonna find out. Right now, what you're pretty much stopped right in front of the last one. You could try to get going again and leave the zombies behind, or you can stay and fight.
We'll lose the horse. No.
How many are the zombies that got knocked off? Are they essentially out of combat, or are they okay?
They're behind you. So
okay, but are they incapacitated though? That's what I'm asking. Are they?
Well, that would require
on the ground.
A good roll right now.
Oh, God.
Because you did enough damage to them that some of them may have gotten hurt, and some of them might not have gotten completely hurt. Let's see here. So the first one, yeah, no, they're still. Yeah, no. They're still. You hit them. There might be one that's just kind of shambling because it got knocked to the ground, and it's like.
Oh Jesus! Oh, I hate it.
And it's coming towards you. It's going to take them a little while. Like I said, they have to get up and get towards you. Right now, there's only 3 of them within, right around the cart. One that's right in front, and 2 on each side. And those are the ones that are within, like I said, an initiative. So, what is everyone's initiative?
I got an 11.
An 11.
I got a 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
And Aviro's going first.
Yeah, 24.
How appropriate. The bravest among us, Aviro. Take the lead.
Sorry, so Bryn, you got an 11?
An 11.
All right. And then, let's see.
I got a 19 on my die, and I have a 5 dex bonus.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
And Glasscoff, you got a 5, right? Or 3?
Nope, 3.
Oh, 3. You got a little bit of a 3. And Aviro, you got that wonderful 21?
24.
That should not be possible at first level. Killing it.
All right. And the zombies are at 10. So.
Suck it, zombies.
So the question is, Avira, what are you going to do? You suddenly
cower in the back and scream, "Go faster! Go faster!" Yeah.
God damn it!
God damn it!
Get away! Get away!
So you're holding your action except for yelling, or is there anything you're going to open up and shoot?
Nope. No, he is cowering. He wants to get out of this as fast as possible.
Excellent. Excellent.
He's screaming, "Go faster! Go faster! Go faster!"
Bryn, then, what is Bryn doing?
Okay. Bryn would jump off the cart at the one that's in front of them and would attack that one.
Okay. So
with her, yeah.
Just to recap, you do have the ability to try to start moving around and try push past them if you want to.
Here's my plan. Okay. I have one.
Perfect.
I would hand the reins to Glassdock, and I would say, seeing that Glassdock is seemingly slow to act, I can tell. I would hand him the reins. I'm like, try to get the horse moving, and I then jump off and do what I said I was going to do.
So you're going to get down, and you're going to, no problem. You get down, you're going to smack him.
Yep, short sword. Here we go. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh, nice.
And this is going to be a sneak attack. So I get an extra D6 of damage. Here we go. Oh my God. That's 14 points of damage on this son of a gun right now.
Nice.
Awesome. So as you hit him and you just kind of like just lay into them, he's like, yeah, he took a good brute. He's still up though. He's definitely still up.
Okay. So I'm just yelling at Glassdock to get the horse moving.
The zombie is going to go back. The one that you just hit, he's going to try to slam you and just try to hit you and go, Murrah. Yeah, with a nat 1, he misses. And just kind of like, you just clobbered him. Because of that nat 1, I like the idea of an opportunity attack.
Opportunity attack?
Yes, give me an opportunity attack.
Here I go. That's only an 11 to hit him.
Though. They're zombies.
Wow.
That's a 6 points of damage.
6 more points of damage?
Yes.
All right. He is looking just mangled, but still kind of shambling up towards you.
Zombies, man.
They're tough.
Yeah.
It's now their turn. Two of them are gonna be grabbing onto the cart. And the other ones are just gonna move towards you with this hand, and there's more coming out of the woods. So
God.
there's like 9 total of zombies, and they're all in bandits gear. And what I will give you is that over in this area where they're kind of coming from, there seems to have been a pile. There's like disrupted dirt, as if a whole bunch of these bodies were just piled on the ground. As if the bandits attacked someone and then they got killed and they just got left to the side of the road.
I mean, to be fair, like, what do you do with bandits? Not going to give them a respectful burial.
Right.
You leave them.
Yep. So the slam missed, and then we're gonna do a strength. Ooh, no. Thank you, D&D Beyond. Or it's gonna be Roll20. Thank you, Roll20. I am rolling just awful. But yeah, so one actually gets a little bit attached to the cart, while the other one's just kind of grabbing at the cart, just kind of on the wood.
I like to imagine this thing hasn't latched on, but it like got its hand caught in one of the spokes, and it's just sort of like being like. And
there's the few more are coming towards you from the back. Which brings us to Glasto. What are you doing?
Okay. So I want to try to do 2 things. Okay. So I want to get the cart moving, and obviously not into Bryn. Okay. But I want to be sitting on that edge of the cart, and as if I get the cart moving fast enough and it goes past her, I want to try to grab her and pull her up onto the cart.
Yoink. So first, you're going to need to give me an animal handling to see how well you can get, because the horses are traumatic. I mean, you basically bumped into them, and then the last one, they're just like reared up. So they're kind of scared and nervous from what just happened.
Well, isn't one gone?
One's gone. Then the last one, and you're gonna try to be able to get this one going. So give me an animal handling check, please.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Jim.
I missed it. What was it?
I could just tell his body language.
Oh wow!
It was a 19, and then it tipped over, and I was like,
that's the worst. That's like a paper cut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Go for it.
Yes!
Go for it.
Puns.
Yes.
Puns.
14.
Yes.
Hey.
So at first you kind of hit this, and it's just rearing up. It's a constantly kind of rearing up where this zombie is right in front of it, and you kind of like pull it over and just pull the reins, and it just moves it over a little bit, and you're like, yeah, and it finally kind of comes down and pulls around, and you start to go. Okay. So you get the cart going.
Okay. So can I, if I move over to where I'm on this side of the cart and I swing it past Bryn, can I make a strength check to try to grab her?
Let's try athletics.
Oh, even better. Because I'm actually proficient in athletics.
I can picture you're doing this cart
roll a 1.
Knock my ass down.
So I got a 7.
So what I picture is that you kind of lean, as you got the reins here, you kind of leaning over to get your arm out to kind of grab.
And I'm not rolling on D&D Beyond anymore.
And you suddenly find yourself on the ground as the cart keeps going.
My God. A Vero is stuck in the back on a runaway cart.
Yes.
There's going to be some Indiana Jones like crawling out the back along the side while it's moving. Like, oh my God.
It's a good start, guys. Good start. Let's get all these bad rolls out the first night.
You this is just too good. You can't. I mean, this is just, thank you.
You say the first like it might not be the last.
Yeah. So at the top of the round, what are glass? So Glasgow's on the ground. Bryn is right there. You've got a runaway cart. Are you going to? What is your goal?
That's missing a horse.
That's missing one horse. What is your goal? Are you going to try to race after or try to take out the zombies? And like I said, there's a total of 9 zombies coming at you right now.
We're not going to be able to kill the zombies. I want to try to. Bryn would try. It's Avero's turn. Avero is still in the cart, right?
Yes, Avero's in the cart. Mm-hmm.
So I think we should see what Avero does and then reassess.
All right, so Avero, what are you going to be trying to do?
So I rolled a die to see if he would think of doing something so have we gone far enough that I can see that they're now behind me?
Yeah, you know exactly what happened. It's taken off. You look, they're like, there's no glass off. The reins are going.
I see both of them are like behind.
Yes.
I'm looking. I'm
you're behind them, and they're not in the cart.
All right. So I rolled the die to see if I could keep it together, and the answer was no. So he is still freaking out in the back of the cart, and is just screaming, "Get up! Get back in here! Get up! Get back in here! Get up! Get back in here! What's wrong with you?
Okay.
Why are you lying on the ground? Come on!"
All right.
Oh my God.
So that brings us to Bryn.
Okay.
Bryn, what's your plan?
My plan is to is Glassdock like on his ass?
Yes, Glassdock is on his ass.
Okay. I want to help him get up. Okay. I get him from prone to standing, and then does that count as an action? Or can that be a free action?
I'm going to say it's a maneuver. Or not a maneuver, a movement. It's part of your movement, like a movement action to get him to help him.
Okay.
So it's not a full action, but it's one of those
So then I will save the rest of my action. Mm-hmm. I will hold until Glassdock gets running up the road towards the cart, and I will say, "Go get the damn cart!" And I'm like kind of just bracing defensively for these guys to come up. And if they come up to me,
I will attack. They're gonna be coming up to you. So.
I know.
All right.
I will attack. Yeah.
All right. So then that leaves us with the zombies. So dun 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 dun.
I attack.
All right, attack.
Well held.
That's a 12 to hit.
Hits.
And this is a new turn, so I'm going to sneak attack, deal an extra d6 of damage. That is going to be 10 damage on that one.
All right, so that one takes 10. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Did you hit the same one you hit before?
No.
Did I?
It was a different one.
It was a different one that approached.
Okay.
So which two have taken damage? This the one
that one
The one to my north
to the
and
north
the one to
and
my south.
south. Okay.
north and south.
All right.
And you know one
Okay.
to the south is really mangled.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right, here we go.
God.
We're going to
God.
go. There's Gastoff. There's only going to be one at you on you, getting close to you.
Okay.
A 13
All right.
that misses.
That misses.
Because I realize that all of you have the same AC.
Oh,
14.
no, I have a 15.
I have a
Everyone has
15.
15.
I have a
Oh, I
14.
thought you had
Oh.
I have 14.
it looks
Nope.
it's 15 in your sheet.
Are you wearing leather armor?
Then
Yeah.
you're 15.
Oh,
And you have a 19 dex?
I don't know how this printed differently than it is on here. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It
you're-
is on
you're
here.
15.
You're right. 15. Okay, good.
So the one to the north of you that you hit tries to lunge at you and just misses, which opens up an opportunity attack because it rolled a natural one.
Nice. I rolled a 25 to hit him that time.
hit.
Oh, jeez.
And that is an additional 7 points of damage.
All right, yeah, you smacked him up again,
Nice.
and
Nice.
What do you fight with?
What do I fight with? Short
Yeah.
sword. Fast.
so because you were prepared, none of these zombies were able to get a good handle on you and try it at this moment because they're just, and some of them are kind of bashed in a little bit, and but yeah, they're encircling you, and you see some more coming,
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
and then Gastoff, it's yours.
The only problem is if I move, then they're going to get opportunity attacks on
No,
me.
they're not going to.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm going to say no because they're more focused.
They're zombies. They're not like active.
Oh, okay. Okay. So as far as
They're
the
new
two
zombies.
most damaged.
They're brand new zombies.
Okay. So the
Yeah, they don't
two,
even know how to zombie properly.
Exactly.
the two most damaged ones are the ones on the north and south side of
Mhm.
Bryn, correct?
The most damaged is the one that's on the south side.
South.
Okay.
Just go. Bryn says as she.
Okay. And then the one is that one in the cart or hanging
Hanging
onto
on
the cart?
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Okay.
Phenomenal.
All right. I'm going to move towards the cart. Did the one that's on the cart, was that one of the ones that got damaged when we ran through them?
Yes. No, yes, I think. No, it was not. It was not the one that ran. Actually, yeah, I'm mixing up my mind. Yes, it was one of the ones you damaged.
Okay. I'm going to go here.
Okay.
And attack that one and tell Aviro to take over the cart.
Okay. Give me an attack.
Let's see. Where is my actions? Here we go. 12.
That hits.
10 points of damage.
Nice. It's looking rough. It's looking very, very rough. And all right, which brings us to back up to Aviro. Aviro,
What do you mean take over the cart?
Just do it.
Dude, why not? How big is the slidey door, the chauffeur window.
Yeah, maybe.
God.
Yeah, not.
You're not going to crawl through it. Nope, sorry.
You're going to have to go up, get on top, walk over, and then.
Is it a wooden top?
Yeah, it's wooden top.
Or is it? Okay. So is it a square?
Yes, is a square.
Let's see.
It's going to be an athletics roll, unless you want to do acrobatics, but.
I would rather do acrobatics.
So you're going to do a kip up on top,
option.
and you're going to be. Doom, 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 doom.
I was going to say he's gonna swing out off from, because he's in the back. So he's gonna get out over the gate. He might even no, he won't put the gate down. He'll step out on the outside and jump down and run along the side, and then try and jump back up and kip up onto the buckboard. But he's gonna run alongside of it. He's not gonna go over the top. He wouldn't do that. That's crazy.
It's moving a
That's insanity.
little. No, okay, yeah. I'll say yeah. Sure.
Okay. Like it's probably just at the edge of his speed, but like. All right. So athletics or acrobatics for that?
I'll let you decide.
All right. Well, then I'm doing acrobatics. So that is a 8.
God, our rolls are just horrible tonight.
Oh wait, I have a point of inspiration.
Yes, you do.
I have a point of inspiration, so I'll go ahead and use that. Do that again. For a natural 1.
Yep, we're the legends of Saltmarsh Legends here.
There's a reason why you're legends, and it's starting off pretty well. That's natural ones. Is that number 9?
Wow.
6 or 7 natural ones from both of us tonight?
Wow.
Phenomenal question. Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Carrie rolled back to back. I've rolled.
I've rolled 2.
That's 2, 4, 5. We're at 6.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
We've all rolled natural ones. 2 of us doubles.
So as you kind of get out and you jump down, you're like, oh, and you're kind of
do my robes get tripped up?
Trip up and you face plant right into the ground. And there goes the cart.
Okay.
God. We've lost the cargo. It's our one job. Our one job.
All right, so that's my turn. Who's next?
Bryn.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you're going to be. You could disengage and run after the cart and not get an attack of opportunities.
I'm gonna run after the cart as fast as I can.
All right. It's at this point. I'm gonna say the cart's just going, and it's gonna take you. We're gonna get out of combat because the zombie that's currently on fell off.
Okay.
And
good.
So, and the horse is just going. And at this point, it's gonna be about if you could just chase after it, and you're gonna outrun the zombies. It's gonna take you about an hour to catch up to this cart. Half hour to an hour to catch up to the cart. As it finally.
Do we need to make an athletics check for our cardiovascular health?
And that's gonna an athletics check is gonna determine, is it 30 minutes or is it an hour of finally getting to this?
I got a nat 20 on my athletics check.
Yeah,
there we go.
30 minutes.
Finally.
You're 30 minutes, you're running, and it's just a scene of like, the music is in the background. You're just chugging around, and you do that famous leap to grab onto that rope that's laying on the back. And you're doing that slide a little bit, and you just kind of pull yourself up, and you get up, and then you do. Whoa!
Yeah. And then I just kind of like lean back against the wooden part, and I could like turn around and go back for the boys, but I don't. I was like,
how long was it? Half hour. Okay. So do we have to make athletics checks too?
Yeah, make athletic checks for me.
All right. Also a nat 20.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you're catching up.
No
too.
pressure on my side, guys. So
you got short legs.
So what I was going to do is, if we can outrun the zombies, I'm going to try to chase down the other horse.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me a
You peel off.
survival check. to be able to get that, to find that horse?
18.
Yes.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
problem. You start going, and you eventually find the horse, because like I said, the horse went that way, went off in the distance. It ran, it got scared, so it's actually ahead, and you were able to get it. You find the horse. You're I'm not going to make you roll an animal check, but you eventually calm it down and you bring it back. You're pretty sure does Aviro has mend, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, no problem. Because as the zombie,
to which he has already mended his ripped robes from when he fell.
Yeah,
of course he has.
So as you get the horse back in, the zombies are starting to come, and then they stop, and then they start to turn around and go back, and you see a small figure in the trees that seems to be calling them.
Oh yeah, we're out of here.
Mm-hmm. Pack it up.
And
I can catch the end on the broken link or whatever that broke on the.
And you get going, and you start to go off again, and you're day 3
go faster.
as you get further down, and by the end of day 3, you make camp and you reflect on the wonderful day.
I cast prestidigitation to clean my clothes and my hair.
Okay.
As he does that, I look over and I am gross. I'm like that scene in Sandlot where the vacuum cleaner explodes in the treehouse, and I'm coated in street dirt, and like I'm like cut from the climbing of the rope, and I'm just like, "Hey, Aviro,
Yes.
would you mind? You got another one of those."
Pew pew. Prestidigitation. Clean.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And now I'm kind of taking stock of like injuries, and I'm like wrapping like my hands up, and you would notice that Bryn already has one hand wrapped up, but if you think back, you would kind of think she's maybe always had that. Like she's not injured, but she just has that on her hand.
Uh-huh.
But she's kind of like wrapping up other parts of her that are cut and bruised and bleeding. And
awesome.
Oops,
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
So while all that's going on, Glassdock's going to break out his brewer's supplies, and over the fire is going to brew up some nice dwarven ale for the 3 of us to.
My new favorite person.
There we go. How does Aviro handle this?
Aviro doesn't have a choice.
Normally I wouldn't, but we survived the most dangerous parts of our lives today, friends. So good on you. I'll have tea after this, but I'll sample your rather odoriferous brew.
I drink it like I've
It's
been drinking for a while. Yeah.
Aviro starts coughing and sputtering and like wheezing.
It's like that scene out of Raiders of the Lost Ark when what's her name is drinking with
freaking Marion.
Yeah. She's all what is this? He's all, this is my family label.
Boom, boom,
I grew
boom,
up
boom.
with this.
The evening of the 3rd day comes to a close and relax. And in the evening time is when it starts to get a light rain. And day 4 hits.
My tent's not up yet.
And as you the tent's up, you're sleeping, and you hear the little raindrops.
Oh, okay.
It's not a hard
Start to
storm.
hear the patter.
Yeah, the pitter patter of tiny raindrops on the tent.
You pack up the tent.
Am I the only one that sleeps in a tent? Am I the only one that sleeps in a tent?
Yes.
Does everyone else just sleep on it?
I sleep under
I
the
get
cart.
under a tree.
So it starts to rain just before you wake up in the morning, and you kind of pack up quickly, and you're off, and it's raining, and so the road, it's a little bit slower, but it's not too bad. It's not a heavy rain that you're aware of at this moment. There's a occasional lightning strikes here and there in the distance, and some thunder, and that's pretty much day 4. It's just a rainy day. and you're still going at a good clip, but again, you're going slower than you were normally going, but you're still on par for making the week. You maybe have lost an hour.
Are you guys getting soaked out there? Are you guys getting soaked out in the front?
I mean, I am, but I've just pulled up my hood and I like lean over to Glassdock and I'm like, you don't have to ride up here with me. If you want to stay dry in the back, you can.
Every now and then I'll poke my arm out. You just see this arm through a hole, and I cast prestidigitation on each of them to dry their clothes. Every hour or so.
That's a weird sensation.
And then like 10 minutes later, they're drenched. And for 50 minutes, they're kind of wet. And then there's a 30 seconds of dry, 5 minutes of dry.
Yeah.
The thought that counts. It's not quite soaked to the bone.
The rain kind of continues all through the day, all through the night, and into the next day. And so it's not a heavy rain. And there's once or twice it kind of stops, but then kind of picks up again. But it's a pretty consistent rain. And it's, like I said, not too heavy. But as day 5 starts to go, you're hitting that rain again. Same thing. Excuse me. By before you settle to stop for the day, after about 5 hours of travel, suddenly the sun finally comes out and the clouds pass over and the rain stops. And you're kind of continuing through day 5 towards the end.
Does the swamp water smell get worse?
Slightly, yeah, because it's been
as time goes on,
it's getting a little bit more worse. It's definitely, you can smell it from outside the cart now.
Oh no!
Definitely, you can smell it from outside the cart.
Now you also get this wet wood smell that's mixing with it because the cart's wet. Well,
this is most definitely a test. This crate doesn't have anything in it. It has ocean water in it. This has all been a ruse. They want to see us if we were stupid enough to take a crate full of ocean water all the way to Saltmarsh to pour in probably with the other swamp water. It's a joke. And if we don't kill them, we get to join the guild.
Are there any, what time of year is it? Are there sweet smelling flowers or any plants that smell good nearby?
You might be able, give me a survival check to see if you find any, actually a survival or perception.
Well, I got a dirty 20 on my survival.
Yeah,
so.
nice. There's a patch of flowers in the distance. You're like,
and
you remember reading your book in the area. They're a particular fauna of flowers that have a nice aroma.
I go grab some petals and I stick them in a handkerchief and I tie it around my face.
All right.
So I don't have to smell the swamp water.
So as Dave,
I don't want any. No,
no,
right.
Just you.
I might make tea out of these later.
The ones that are in your face, or
no, fresh ones.
Okay.
So as day 5 comes to an end, you're rinsing out your soaked clothes and dried, and you get your campfire and you're eating. The horses are, like I said, the smell is pretty pungent at this moment. You're not, but it's getting pretty thick. You're just like, okay, you got one more day, maybe, or you got 2 more days. 2 more days of travel, maybe a day and a half if you push it. Maybe a day and a half. But yeah.
So around the fire, Raviros just starts asking, so what made you all join up on this?
I wanted to transport swamp water, and then I just turn around and take a drink and walk away from the campfire.
Wow.
Don't be so grouchy. It was an honest question. I turned to Aviro and I said, I wanted a change of pace. I worked on the Snow Runner. Have you ever heard of the Snow Runner? It's a ship that goes in and out of Baldur's Gate.
Has he heard of it?
Give me a history check.
So that's 24. Absolutely.
Yes.
The Snow Runner, really out of Baldur's Gate. I heard it's 3 weeks in Baldur's Gate, and then a 4-week trip around the coast, and then back into Baldur's Gate, stopping at Waterdeep every 4th Wednesday on the 2nd month of the year. Yes, of course, the Snow Runner. Yes, of course.
Yes, that was the schedule. I did that again and again and again for about 8 years, and it gets boring after a while. So
I can imagine.
Change of pace.
Fascinating.
What about you?
I'm an apprentice, a junior apprentice at the Blackstaff Tower in Waterdeep, and my instructors told me I was not allowed to take any more classes within the campus structure of the tower until I have some field experience. So I was told to leave, and I'm not allowed to report back for at least 1 calendar year.
Were you expelled?
No, not expelled. It's just my instructors thought this would be an excellent learning exercise for me. So they learned about the call from the Adventurers Guild, and they said, you'll go do that to start with, and then come back in a year and see where it leads you. I don't like it very much. So I don't really want to be here, but I want to continue with my studies. So here I am, doing this awfulness.
Variety is the spice of life. Maybe
That's
you'll
what
learn
they
to
say.
like it once you learn to build up your tent. A good night's sleep can make a world of difference.
Yes, I'd rather have a bed
Yeah.
and a bath. Speaking of which, are we around any water? Is there a river nearby?
Survival check. There's actually a little bit more.
Glassstock yells from over at the cart. There's water in the cart.
21. 21 survival check.
You're getting close.
That's a 15 on the die.
Yeah, there's definitely a running river close in this area.
Vera runs grabs his bar of soap and his towel, and he scampers off into the woods to go take a bath. But there's bugs. You hear drifting up from the area of the river.
Stay below the water.
Well,
like a fish brushed my leg.
While Aviro's gone, Glassstock's going to set his tent up for him.
Aww, buddy.
And then just walk away so he doesn't know that I did it.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome, dude.
So he comes back. Who set my tent up? Bryn, did you set my tent up?
Wasn't me.
Glassstock,
you know
why did
my
you set my
opinion.
tent up?
I didn't have anything to do with it. And then he
Who set my tent?
pulls his
Grey worm?
You rascal.
the horse.
And he's honestly contemplating how this horse could have, he's like working it out in his brain, the logistics of how this horse could have set up this tent. And he's really pondering it, like really, really hard.
Perhaps he's a druid.
He's secretly a druid. When we get to Saltmarsh, he turns back into his human form and is like, they did well.
Hero is
I was watching the whole
that
thing.
Grey Worm is now a druid, and so he's now talking. He casts comprehend languages, and he's trying to talk to this horse.
Wilbur.
Trying to talk to this horse. Are you a druid? Why would you say no when clearly you just set up my...
Oh my god.
Oh, come now, Shorty couldn't have done it. He's the idiot of the two of you.
Phenomenal. I just am looking at Glassstock and I just shake my head and I kind of like, I have my glass in my mug in my hand and I'm like, and I just am kind of like asking if he has any more of that ale.
And he goes and pours some more for Bryn.
I think it takes some more. I'm still a little sore from the adventures last couple of days. And just all the riding, even the buckboard gives a little bit as it goes, but it's still
It's
like
still wood.
Yeah, it's still wood.
It's still wood, and it's been almost
really
7 days.
not that there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they didn't give us the nicest card.
A lot of butts have been on that seat, and it did not do it well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Some big.
My back hurts. Yeah.
Anything else in the evening as the evening comes to an end and the next morning the sun shines and rises? You can, in the distance, the far distance, you barely, at night, you see the light of it, like, when you're like 50 miles away and it's dark and you see that light of the city skyscrapers, and you kind of, that's what you see. You're like, it's close.
Oh, well, and I look over at Aviro's tent, and I'm like, and then I look back at Glassdock. I'm like, you let him take it down.
Oh yeah, no. It's I just at this point I want to see him argue with the horses some more.
I'm like, Aviro, good luck with your tent. It's your last day taking it down, it looks like. It's your final exam there, student boy.
Are you going to assist? How did you get this so... I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Well, then come help me.
Listen, Aviro, Greywim has a very important job right now, and I'm standing over there like getting him hitched up to the wagon and making sure everything's ready for the last.
Fine.
And after you hitch him and you walk away, suddenly the tail goes up. And there's a little bit of a, mess.
Great. Horse apples.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And as the evening ends, we're going to go to a quick break. And we're going to take a quick break.
We're close, team.
We're going to start off with the Day 6 adventures on their way. We'll be right back. Woo-hoo. Thank you so much for joining us. See you soon. And we are back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. For those of you who are watching us live, thank you so much. Those of you who will be watching this on the VODs, thank you for joining us. And hopefully we've been entertaining you with this wonderful story of failure and fun.
Because we've been entertaining ourselves. That's for damn sure.
Yes, we have. So we're starting off day 6. The sun comes up. The land is starting to dry off a little bit as the rain for 2-day rain finally ends. And again, as you make your way, you pass one. You find one cart going in the opposite direction, clearly coming from Saltmarsh or somewhere like that, like midday or before midday, late morning. And as you're starting to go, again, we have Bryn and Glasscock in the top, and then Avery in the bottom.
So Abiro is in the back, yes, and Glasscock.
You can call him Glasscock forever if you want.
Glasscock.
I hate you, Carrie.
That's why I gave my character a 1-syllable name. Sorry, go ahead. Aviro, what's Aviro doing it?
He's in the back. Because that's where he goes. He's just accepted it.
Yeah.
I would like a perception check from Bryn and Glasscock.
Ooh.
Here's the book.
16.
Okay.
10. Well, it was better than my last perception check.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna need. I would like another one for something potentially in the future. But give me another perception check, please. Yeah,
Both of us.
Mm-hmm. That one's only a 14.
Okay.
19.
Awesome.
For the future thing, you beat me.
For the future thing, which is fine. So we're gonna start off with Harry. As you're riding around, Bryn's sitting there with the reins. You're moving. It's kind of a quiet day, and you suddenly have a strange feeling kind of coming over you. The stench of that swamp water is still there, and it's getting even more potent. Yeah. But all of a sudden, you're like in your chest and stomach, just doesn't. It feels off, and you're not 100%. And you look down, and you could swear your hands are starting to become transparent. And Glasscock doesn't notice this yet, but you do at first.
I just kind of like assume it's because I'm tired and I'm just like seeing things, and like I just kind of, but at the same time, Bryn is like very focusedly not looking at her hands anymore.
And you just have this sensation for a second.
And I can still like feel the reins and everything. I can still feel the reins,
but then they feel lighter too, as if there's something like you're almost passing through them as your hands are becoming a little bit transparent. But then they come. Then you can feel the reins again, and your hands are full back to normal.
I definitely do not tell anybody that I saw this. I just keep flicking the horse, and I'm trying to look casual, which might look a little exaggerated if Glasscock looks over. Bryn's like,
that's what you see, and actually that's what Glasscock sees. He did not see what happened.
It's like a little too casual. Even though it's harder to do with one hand, she's like driving the horses with one hand. She's like, whatever, everything's fine. But that's what I'm doing. I hate it.
So as the day kind of continues on a little bit, in the early afternoon, both of you notice this up front, but Glasscock,
you got it the second time. You got it.
You notice
got
this
it.
specifically. You see a shadow, like in the distance, in the sky, and you didn't notice it too much. But then you noticed the shadow was kind of moving away from you, but then took a sharp turn towards you, and seems to be behind you, way like a mile or two out in the distance, up in the sky. But it's
like it's following us.
yes.
It's the government.
Team spy satellites.
Cloaked.
Yeah. I nudge Bryn and just kind of like look over my shoulder up towards it, and in other words, without saying anything, I'm trying to get her to follow my eyes.
I do.
Okay.
And I see it too.
It's looks like a black winged spot. It's not you're not sure because it's a far enough away, and it looks relatively not small, but the distance, it's hard to tell how big it is from the distance that you're at. And then you lose sight of it. It kind of flies down away from you in the direction.
All right. So we tell Aviro to throw the ring into the fire the second we get into Saltmarsh.
I'm sorry, I wasn't given a ring. Did you all get rings?
I can't wait to get rid of that thing. It stinks. Not you, Aviro. I mean, after this, it's got to be smooth sailing, right? Like, this is
there's too many weird things going on. Zombie bandits. Now we've got a shadow following us. This thing stinks.
Wait, what? We've got a shadow following us? Why didn't you tell me about the shadow? What is the shadow? How big is the shadow? Do we know what the shadow is? How long has it been there? How far away is it? Is it getting closer? Shadow!
And then you just hear...
It's Aviro looking out the back.
He is now.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, God. Yeah. He is now.
14.
You're looking around. You don't see anything. It's nothing up in the sky that you can see.
I don't see the shadow. There's no shadow.
Good. Maybe it's gone.
Yeah.
About an hour later, blast off, all of you suddenly just this rapid shadow just flies like just over your cart. This large shadow just full speed from the side as you look up as a large worm with big black wings just flies like above you and circles and starts to fly to the back of towards the back of your cart.
You do know we're level 1, right?
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
If you would like to make
worm.
Yeah.
Knock.
Yeah.
Worm.
We see it.
What do you do?
How far away from the cart is it?
It's probably a good 500 to 1,000 feet right now.
Okay. So I pull out my crossbow and lean over to Bryn and say, move now.
I do.
No.
Yeah.
And you're cruising. And you start cruising, and for like 10 minutes, you're just full out, and it's keeping its distance. And it kind of goes back further, like a mile away, but it's definitely, and then it gets closer, and then it's just so like, doing this.
If it wanted to, it could overtake us
very easily. But it's
so fast.
And as you round the bend, ahead of you, there are 3 merchant carts with a whole bunch of escorts, and you just go right past them.
I imagine the cart like tips up on one side as we like through them.
And you just pass them.
It's like on two wheels for a second.
You look over and you see these shocked. And what's interesting is that there's three, like I said, there's three covered
Bryn's playing GTA in the cart at this point.
Damn right she is.
And you see that it's being escorted by another probably adventuring group or escort guards. But what's unique, you see a turtle, you see a human, you see a blue-skinned humanoid, and two Akrukra bird humanoids.
Oh god.
And a human with a lion's head. Like a lion. Not a tabaxi, but like a lion. Those are the guards.
Wow. Badasses.
Are we past them? Can I see them?
Yeah, you just pass.
Tries to get their attention. Shoot the worm!
And they just kind of look at you for a second. And you keep going. And then you notice that one of the birds flies up and just starts flying towards you and starts following you.
No, there's a worm!
No.
And
we're going to get in trouble. We were speeding.
Flying starts to get a little bit closer to the bird humanoid that's flying. And then you see it notices it and darts off away. And then
now hold on. It notices it. The worm flies away.
The bird humanoid finally notices appears to be
worm.
The worm.
If you would actually based off it appears based off of maybe a black dragon.
Ooh.
An adult black dragon. A large black dragon.
Can I make an investigation test to find out whether or not it is a dragon or a worm?
Yes, please do.
Oh my god. Nerd!
Somebody please remind the GM again that we are only level 1.
Excuse me. It has front legs and back. Therefore, it is a dragon and not a worm.
I'd be a 10. 1, 0.
You
10.
think it is a giant black dragon?
Jesus, no.
Like an adult or like it's a huge black dragon?
This is why Jay's having 2 campaigns. In case one of us gets a TPK in one session, he can hedge his bets.
Right.
I will allow an insight check from anyone.
Insight.
Okay.
An insight?
That one. I'm just too busy riding the cart.
Wow.
12.
Go, Grey Worm.
12.
12.
For the two of you that have 12, it's not engaging. It's just
obviously
following you.
If it did, we would know.
Yeah.
It could have
Suddenly there would be this
overtaken
burning
you.
sensation we all have as this hot liquid is sprayed all over us.
The smell of the cart seems to have attracted it.
Of course it has.
Oh God.
And then after the humanoid, I can't pronounce it properly, the Akraka bird,
Arakoa,
flies off scared. After about another minute, the dragon just flies off and leaves you alone.
I turn to Glassdock and I'm like, we are getting rid of this crate as soon as possible.
Oh yeah.
It was a massive.
No stopping now. Just get us into town.
I get us into town as quick as I can at this point.
Day 6.
Horses be damned.
Are you going to try? God. Are you going to spend the night, or
I'm going to go through the night. I'm like
exhausted.
I can stay up for the night. I say to Glassdock and Aviro, if they want to sleep in the back, they can. But I'm going to drive through the night.
Give me
I said I'd get us here in under 7 days. I'm going to damn it.
Check.
Okay. Oh God, no. Oh Lordy. Oh, it's a 16.
No exhaustion, but give me also an animal handling so that depending if the horses are going to be exhausted or not.
They got an 8.
They're good, but when you get them, they're going to have a level or 2 of exhaustion. when you finally get into
Okay, thank God they're not our horses when we give them back to Hertz Rent-A-Car.
You push through the night and it's dark out, but you can kind of see where you're going. You're leading them a little bit. The sun comes up, you switch over, you're pushing through, and you're getting close, and you see you can see the city. You can see the city of Saltmarsh as you get closer and closer. And you're coming in from the west gate. And there's a line now. And the horses are exhausted. And
wouldn't we be coming in the east gate?
Right, east gate, sorry. So you're coming in to the east gate. And there's a small line there. As you eventually, the horses are exhausted, you're tired. And the stench of this is starting to permeate a little bit again. It's just, and people are, as you get closer and wait in line, because you have to get in line to get checked and in through. There's the stench is kind of there for a second. And your turn kind of comes up, and the city guard's like, "Oi! Oh! What are you carrying there?"
Aviro, show him the papers.
All right, here's everything is in order. All right, take it away. Go take the back way along the city wall. Don't go down the main road.
I don't care about that. I want to take the shortest route to the Adventurers Guild. If that's down the main road, I'm gonna use the main road.
Down the main road. If you happen to look at the map of Saltmarsh, which I'll be pulling up right now, you are coming in this gate right here. And because I knew I should have pulled something up. I forgot to pull up the town information on what number is going to be where you need to be. 1 second while I make sure where the lizard embassy is, because you have to take this to the lizard embassy.
Yeah, the lizard folk embassy.
As I'm just kind of click clack like through the town, I'm just kind of like looking at places and people and just kind of scanning the crowd for any ne'er-do-wells or anything like that.
Okay. So as you get into town, if you see on the map, you see number 66, this structure right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is the Adventurers Guild.
Okay.
So that's where eventually you're going to, after you drop your item off, that's where you're going to have to go back. 21 and 22, that is where the
embassy
is.
And which entrance did we come in through?
This one up here.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
One of the direct routes is to kind of come down through here. You can make a turn, or you can go down this way and make all the way over. Really, it's up to you on the direction that you're going to go.
Okay.
One right turn.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Go all the way to here and then make the right. Yeah, that's what I would do.
All right.
That makes sense.
So the number 22 is the Lizard Embassy. 21 is called the Frog Park.
Okay.
That you notice. But and people are just looking at you like, oh, this is just, the smell is just, they don't get too close. You get a lot of looks and stares. And as you get into close to that area, and there's sights and sound. When you first come in, it's bright out, but the temples, as you pass the temples, these are like 4-story tall temples with burning cauldrons on top, and the amount of large structures and are huge. And then there's the smaller towns, taverns, and it's a bustling city.
But it's quaint compared to Waterdeep, right?
I would say, because Waterdeep has what, 10,000 plus people or 100,000?
I thought it was huge. I thought Waterdeep.
I would say it's probably a district of a good large district of Waterdeep. So there's probably
130,000.
130,000. There's probably
within the city of Waterdeep
10,000+ here.
Okay,
maybe more. But yeah, it's a bustling city. And I want to pull some information up as you get close. This large building of red brick appears to be quite new. Twin stone statues of a noble-looking lizard folk flank the main entrance. You're pretty sure Avero, you heard this, that several years ago, there was nearly a war between the lizard folk and Saltmarsh. But there was some heroes that banded together and helped save and make good relations with the lizard folk and save the town. And because of that, in order to prevent possible misunderstandings between the lizard folk tribes of the Hool Marshes and Saltmarsh, the town council built the structure to serve as an embassy for the lizard folk. Much of the building is open to the sky with large swampy courtyards filled with vegetation, bathing pools used by them. There's probably some minor lizards that you're going to see as you kind of get into this. But you see this, there's a gate at this front entrance. As you pull up, what are you going to do?
I guess you said are there guards outside?
There are no guards outside, but there's just a door. Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like go up and I'm looking at the embassy and I look at Glassdock and I shrug.
Now when you say a door, like just a door?
Probably like a nice large wooden arch door that's probably a good 10 feet tall and probably about a good 10 feet wide. So it's a large entrance.
Would you like me to go knock?
Yes, you go knock.
And show him the papers.
Vera goes and knocks on the door. I say hello.
About a minute or two later, the door kind of opens up a little bit, and you see this lizard folk snout comes up. It's like green scales, kind of red eyes. Like, what do you want?
Hello, we are representatives of the Saltmarsh Adventurers Guild. We are here looking for an Aurum Umax. We have the proper representation and legal counsel written here within this writ of binding. We have a delivery, which he has to sign for, please. Is he around?
You want Umax for delivery? What delivery?
Yes, please. We have. We're not sure it's an item.
It should be pretty obvious.
You can probably smell it from here.
One moment. Be right back. And the kind of door shuts a little bit. But
they could invite us in.
To 9 minutes later, the door opens full. And you see this 7-foot tall, muscular, black-scaled lizard folk kind of comes out. And a few scars here. He's carrying a big old sword on his back. And he's just like, and you could tell his common isn't very good, but he's learned it. And he's like, I'm Orlum. What you have?
Oh my God, I'm terrified.
Hang on one second. Does comprehend languages allow you to speak that language?
No,
yes.
It's only
no.
Comprehend for written, I thought.
Yeah.
Hey, comprehend languages only allows
you understand. You understand.
You understand it.
You understand it, yes, but you can't speak it.
I think tongues.
Yes.
There's something called tongues that.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yes, we've been dispatched from the Saltmarsh Adventurers Guild in Split Rock. We require you to sign for this item that belongs to you. Apparently, it's very valuable. It belongs to you. Your Aurum Umax, correct? You fit the description.
Yes. You say delivery in cart.
Yes, we have it right here. If you'd
He walks past you, walks to the back of the cart.
Yes, right.
Basically pulls down the thing, looks over. And does anyone speak Draconic?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Of course I do. I speak 5 languages.
He turns over to the other lizard folk. He's like, it has arrived. Get to the others. Bring it in now.
Oh, I immediately then switch to speaking Draconic for the remainder of my interaction with him.
And he looks at you and he's like, and then one runs away and one kind of stands there and 3 more lizard folk come out, and they bring some poles, and they kind of slide it into where and pull out this very large. Like I said, it's a good 5 by 5, almost like 5 by 8 by 8. I mean, there's just this big square, and they pull it out, and he was like,
I asked him in Draconic, what is it? We're not sure what it is. Tell us what it is.
None of your concerns. It is our property. Am I supposed to sign something?
Yes. Here, please, right here.
I hear these two jabbering back and forth. I'm like, did you ask him what it is?
Yes, he won't tell me.
Did you tell him it drew in a black dragon?
No.
And
I
he
say,
looks at you, Bryn,
and
he doesn't say a word. He just looks at you.
I kind of stand up on the cart and I like put my hand on my hip. I'm like, the least you could do is give us a tip. We almost died for that damn crate. I think the least you could do is tell us what's in it.
Bryn, don't anger the nice gentleman. He seems very kind.
He puts his
not rip our arms
nail
off.
through the paper as he's trying to sign it, and his nail kind of goes through the piece of paper, and basically then goes and he claws some blood from his arm, and then puts in a symbol, a lizard folk symbol on the rest of the paper.
Well, that's sanitary. Thank you.
And then he basically turns around, doesn't say a word, and starts walking back into, as the other ones are carrying it in front of him.
Have a lovely day. Find the dragons.
I'm still standing up on the front of the cart. I'm like, lizard folk.
Well, we got it. Shall we to the Adventurers Guild HQ?
Sit back down kind of with a huff, and I'm like, yeah, I guess. Load up. You should have plenty more room back there now.
It's quite nice space back here, actually. Thank you.
So much room for activities. And I like turn the cart around and start to head towards the Adventurers Guild.
Surprisingly, the smell is gone. There's very little remnants at all. It's cleaned out. It all permeated from there. And the walls, there's a little bit of, but it didn't stick so much. So the smell is fine.
So I'm maybe take a lap around the block with the windows open, just try to get the smell out, and then I freaking
lap around the block,
and then we start heading towards the Adventurers Guild.
So as you're heading towards the Adventurers Guild, again, you're seeing these wonderful sights. It's a city. There's merchants guilds, and there's markets, and there's just buildings and taverns all over, and there's different shops throughout the city. You do notice that this is a cemetery. Number 10 is a cemetery. You notice, you saw that there's a garden, a park, so to speak. You notice that up in this area up here, because it's like 2 levels. So you kind of came in at the top level, and then it kind of sinks down into the first level. That's where the docks are. A lot of on the second level, it kind of comes down. There's a lot more living arrangements in this area. And then it gets back up to another 200 feet from the sea level is this level up here in the back, where it's like 53 through 60. Those are the mansions. Those are where the people that love just absolutely the rich folk and the power of the city. The other thing that you notice is this island. It's about 250 feet tall from the water. And then there's just sheer kind of cliffs. And then on top, there's this beautiful forest, except for the structure at this point. Another 5 stories. There's what appears to be a lighthouse, clearly seen. And it's a monument to what Saltmarsh is. And you do see that there is a large bridge connecting the island to the top of this main wealthy district of the wealthy district. That's the only way so that you can see to get to the island. and you can clearly see it because you're looking up, and it's just you're seeing ships are kind of coming in and out through the harbors and a lot of different things. And as you make your way, you see there's a lot of different people here, of merchants and adventurers and businessmen, lots of just bustling. You finally make your way back up to 66. And 66, as I said, is the Adventurers Guild. And you see the front of the Adventurers Guild. And this nice, pristine, you're pretty sure the wealthiest guild in town is the Adventurers Guild. And there is like guilds left and right. I mean, everything you can think of, there's a guild. And those are some of the scenes of the streets of different things as you kind of see. And there's adventurers coming in and out of the Adventurers Guild. And you make your way. And as you get in, it's the first part as you walk in, about 40 feet in front of you. And this is a large building. It's just literally half the room is is like a counter. And it's where people come, adventurers come in and check in and do different things. Over to the left, there's a large area of tables where you can sit and eat and drink. And there's a little bit of a tavern in that. There's stairs going up to the second. And this is a 3-story building. There's rooms up on certain levels, and then there's offices as well. And as you kind of come in, there's some people that are in line, and there are some people behind the desk, and then there's offices behind that. And the individuals behind this front desk area, they're all wearing nice uniforms corresponding with a black and white shirts. And there's males and females, and there's different races of elves and humans and tabaxi-ish looking as well. And the last thing is to the right of this area that when you first walk in, there is a large board. It's called the job board. And that's where you go, and it literally is half a wall of just jobs and offerings, and you just see
notices
and things of that nature. And
holy cow.
And you get different.
Oh, sorry. That is so cool. Oh, wow.
And that's, that if you're looking for jobs, and once you become a part of the guild, you can go to the jobs. And as you get up to the front, you park the cart outside, and there's areas to park the carts. It's pretty common for things of this happening. So as you go in, what do you do? Did you first come in, or what eventually? Let me know when you eventually go to the desk. But what do you do as you walk in and taking all this in?
Well, first we need to tell the stable hand, get the horses and the cart to the.
There's an area outside that eventually, once you go inside, they'll let someone know and take care of the cart. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's like a parking spot for the carts. It's pretty common.
Gotcha. So
I apologize. No, you go.
I was just gonna say he casts comprehend languages and goes up to Grey Orb and says, "All right, you're here. You can change now. Wink, huh?
Hey! And then drops a few.
Yeah,
he's exhausted.
Yeah, no, it's been a long day.
Well,
okay.
Have a grand day yourself.
Bryn, why don't you take study boy here, go inside, and I'll stay with the cart until we get everything situated.
Hey, Avira, come with me. We'll check in. And then I pat him on the back probably a little too hard, and I start walking into the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. So you're walking in, and behind the counter, eventually you have to wait in line. There's like one other person ahead of you, and there's like probably like 4 different sections of these attendants that are taking adventurers in, and they're talking to them, and as you get closer, and you're waiting your time in the queue, and you come up, and a human female, pretty with red hair, kind of comes up and like, yes, can I help you?
Yes, hello. We're dispatched from the Split Rock Adventurers Guild starting location. We have our writ here. Our package has been delivered and signed for. We're here to turn it in and receive our full recompense therein as such, defined by Article 5 of the waiver that we signed earlier.
I kind of put my hand on Hero's chest, and I'm like, here's our paper. We need our money. We would love to be in the Adventurers Guild.
Yes. Oh, well, we need about 15. Is the cart outside?
Yes, it's right outside with our other friend.
Oh,
Jeff, you're killing me.
Excellent.
Short man, you can't miss him.
Well, I need just a minute or two. Give me 5 minutes while I make sure and process this. And we will assign you your advisor. And be back here in 10 minutes and meet your advisor. And you will just ask for what name? What name can I? Oh, wait a minute. I'm seeing on the names. Okay, we have Bryn Broadriver, and we have Avero Stoneborn, and Glasgow Steelcloak.
Close enough. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
10 minutes, you said?
Yes, and just mention your names, and we will get your advisor assigned to you. Thank you.
Thank you. And then I kind of start to walk over towards like the tavern-y type corner.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a little bar set up where you can order drinks?
Yeah, it's like a half a tavern. So it's part tavern on this side, so that adventurers can come and relax, and then go upstairs. So it's and then the bar, the front desk, so you can eat and drink and stay here, or and then, like I said, a lot of people just relax here, and they take their jobs and then get paid for the Adventurers Guild.
It's like a bank and a bar in one.
Yes, it is.
That's great. So I
kind of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Avero, do you want something to drink?
Now we just need
tea, please.
I mean, something to drink. We've been on a journey for a week.
Yes. Tea would be wonderful. Thank you.
So I'm assuming some reps of the guild come out and check out the cart.
Eventually, they come out and they take it. Okay. They're like, oh, yes, okay, and then they take the cart away and they go back into the back area, which allows you to go into the guild itself.
Okay.
And I guess when Glassstock comes in, I would hopefully already have my drink.
We'll wave at him.
Mm-hmm.
Would they have made a tea for Avero or not?
Yes, they would.
They would be able to.
Yes,
okay, cool.
It's a full
service,
and the tea is excellent because it gets shipped in from Waterdeep.
Oh,
it's a long trip.
That's great.
So there's a whole as you're kind of a few minutes kind of go by, and Glasshouse, you join them. It's about time to go back to the desk, and you wait in your queue, and are
we allowed to take our drinks with us? Can we?
Yes, you're welcome.
I don't even ask. I just take my tankard and I just walk towards the desk that we're supposed to.
So as you get back,
like you on the place,
as you get back up to the front desk, you see what appears to be an elven woman with glasses and brown hair, wearing the uniform with a nice little a gray tie. There's a photo that you can see of her. And she greets you with a smile, and she's like, well, hello. How can I help you?
We were told to report here to receive our advisor. We are Bryn Broadriver, Glassstock, Steelcloak, and a bit of stop.
Excellent. And better look, she's actually a half elf. So she's a half elf. Yes, I am Ina, and I will be your advisor. I've gotten your paperwork ready for you to be accepted into the guild. Your paperwork that you handed in indicates that your job was successful, and you delivered the item in question, at which point the payment for such was 100 gold each. And she pulls up and she sticks 3 bags of coin in front of you.
Hey. Awesome. I say thank you, but then in Elvish, I say, just between you and me, what was in the box? We dying to know.
Oh, we're not privy to that information.
Well,
it was a special
nobody
order.
needs to.
It was a special delivery hence the amount. This is a very large sum to be able to deliver it. So whoever contracted this particular delivery definitely was quite rich. This is normally is not this much.
Tell you what, and I dig into my new little pouch and I dig out 5 gold and I sort of like go to shake her hand, and when she shakes,
no necessary. No, don't think.
in Elvish, I say, keep your ear to the ground. If you can find out what that was, we would absolutely love to know.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. This is the Adventurers Guild. We do provide information of such. You don't. No. And she kind of pushes the coin back. And she's like, not necessary at all. I'm your advisor. I'm here to advise you and assist you with your growth. And through this process, this is part of the, no extra tips are necessary, but thank you for the offer. And she's like, so how this works is I just need you to fill out this particular paperwork. Are you able to read and write your names and occupations? You'll be surprised, and some individuals are not able to. So if I don't mean to offend if you're not able to.
I can read.
Paperwork? Lovely as it gets his quill out.
Oh, God, he is so psyched about the paperwork.
And she beams like, oh, wow, we have one of them. And
Avero's got a girlfriend.
3 copies, wonderful.
And she explains...
Go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to say, I leaned down to Glassdock. I'm like, I think Avero has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she's like,
I just start putting an X on each piece of paper just to make a point of like.
Basically, she's like, you just give a quick information of your name and status, or basic locations, whatever you want to fill out. She's like, and then since you are now becoming official guild members of the event, are you are becoming a party? Are you going to register your party? And the party as well.
I suppose if we do that, we need a party. I mean, I kind of look at the boys and I'm like, I don't know. Are you going anywhere? Do you want to work together?
Well, it was a rough start, but we managed to pull it through. I say, let's stick together for a while.
You're the only 2 individuals that I know.
Well, excellent.
For 400,000 miles or however long it is.
I know. Do we have to register a name?
You will, but clearly coming up with the name right now. You can come back and register the name that you would like. We will take care of it. There's no.
I have an idea right now.
Screaming Firehawks.
Sure. What would you like the party name to be?
How would the Naturals be?
The Naturals.
Yes, well, I suppose.
One moment.
That's exciting as well.
I was going to say the big ones.
The big ones? We can be the Naturals, the big ones, whatever.
What about the big Naturals? Should we be the big Naturals? Like a combination of them? The big Naturals. What do we think? Big Naturals? Should we be the big Naturals?
You don't have to decide now. How about you sleep on it?
We can brainstorm.
Yeah, brainstorm a little. We just, so here's how the
Big Naturals was a stripper show in Waterdeep.
100%.
That might be true. Just to
Big and natural.
So to explain how the Adventure Guilds work, now that you are official guild members, you're able to go, and she points over the job. You're able to take on jobs through different tiers, and then she slides 3 necklaces or badges, and they're like a not a dog tag, but they're just like a porcelain or a piece of metal, and it indicates tier 1. You are now tier 1 adventurers, a part of the Adventurers Guild. As you increase in experience, you will be judged, and you will be able to show your experience and be able to handle more jobs. And we've tabled the tiers are 1 through 4. We have tiers of copper, silver, gold, and platinum.
Pardon me, excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
So you're saying we'll be judged or perhaps tested? We're being tested? Or is there a test we can study for? Is there a manual or perhaps a book that we can read to help ourselves upon these tests so that we might better our chances at passing these tests and then advance to the next level.
There might be.
It's not that kind of test.
What do you mean it's not that kind of test? What other kind of test is there?
You either pass or you die. Those kind of tests.
Or like learning how to set up your tent, Avira. That's a test.
What the, I was not told that was a test.
If I did, would you be better at it, do you think?
I might have been. I would have practiced more.
Interesting. Well, it sounds like you've had some adventures already. Very good. So
there was a black dragon, madam. A black dragon. It chased us after we delivered that thing. That's why we want to know.
I think Avira needs another cup of tea. Glassstock, could you finish up here with our new advisor? And and I kind of like shuffle like a headlock almost Avira back over towards the bar.
Not necessarily.
Well, then. Oh, he's a cheery chap, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. So, hold on to these. For if your bodies are found, at least these are your identifications to be able to know that what happened to you.
If.
Well, yes, if, but generally.
Found.
So again, now that you are a guild member, it's going to take a day for this processing. But if you want to take some jobs on tier 1s, coppas, you're able to take them right away. Housing, unfortunately, it appears that we are fully booked in the housing here, but there are several taverns and inns around in the area. Close by, there's one just around the corner. I believe it's called the Wicked Goat. There's a few others located. There's the Lizard.
No more lizards. Wicked Goat it is. Thanks. And I turn around and I start walking away from her.
Oh, one moment, sir. One more moment.
Yes.
One more thing.
As your advisor, I am now your advisor. If you have any questions or concerns or need assistance, please come to me. I will be able to assist you in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, and good luck.
Thanks. And I take the
Thank you.
dog tag amulets things, and I walk over to Bryn and Aviro, and I hand Bryn hers, and I take take the other one, I put it around Aviro's neck, and I say, "Don't lose this."
Oh, all right. Chuck sitting inside his room.
That's how they're going to identify your body if we find it.
I glare daggers at Glassstock. I'm like, but that won't happen. I say to Aviro.
Phew, good, because I didn't come here to die.
I say to Glassstock, I'm like, so are we going to be able to stay here while we're in Saltmarsh, or what?
Yeah, we can't stay here in the guild itself, but she recommended a tavern around the corner called the Wicked Goat.
Ooh, sounds like my kind of place.
Exactly.
Shall we do that, or shall we get a job off of the board now that we are?
Well, let's go take a look at the board. And
perhaps, allow me to
drink your tea, study boy, while the adults go and look.
Aviro, yes. Glassstock, you're being too hard on him. What
I was just going to say the benefits of a hot bath could be quite nice.
There are
take a job and
upstairs. Yes, there is. Even the tavern might have a bath as well.
If you want to go take a bath, Aviro, Glassstock and I can check the board.
I will find part of this party. I should probably give my 2 cents worth for the job pick.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, you have an equal vote.
Oh, well, and I kind of look concerned at a couple of these, noticing the big insignia on so many of them and the non-copper code like on them. And then I kind of chuckle as I notice the zombies advertisement and the dragon advertisement.
Yes.
I'm like, well, we could have killed 2 birds with 1 stone. That's a shame. Somebody else will have an easier job of those zombies, eh?
Right.
And then I kind of like look, and the one that catches my eye is the protection request for the.
Oh, look, a gathering quest. That would be nice. Let's do the gathering quest.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking at the gathering quest. Tier 1.
Oh, I see it.
Search the wool marshes for frog blueberries, silverleaf, and antitoxin swamp herbs. That sounds lovely. Let's do that one.
I didn't join an adventurers guild to go berry picking, Avero.
Well,
What about this protection for the high priest? No place is richer than a church. Maybe they'd be willing to give us a tip that the Dragonborn wasn't, yeah?
Avero, give me a history check.
It does say payment in gold is minimal if you're looking for history check.
Yeah.
If you're looking for monetary compensation, it doesn't seem to be the 19.
You read about this? This particular deity is the god of death. So they're
that sells it right there. There we go.
They're basically protect. They hate undead. They are there. But what you learned is that this is not a very popular temple, and it's not one. It's not a rich temple at all. It even said in your research, it's very cheap. They're almost out of business.
They're not terribly wealthy at all in any sense of the word. If coin is what you're after, I really think this gathering quest, 10 to 30 gold pieces for each basket. That's quite some.
Well, we could
mine one too.
Yeah, we could go look for the 3 humans and a half elf that's missing in some old dwarven mines.
I look down at Glassdock. I'm like, you want to go into the mines, don't you?
Well, of course I do.
That sounds better than berry picking. My vote is for the mines.
Berries.
Well, you're outvoted, Avero. Thank God there's an odd number of us.
Yep.
And I kind of look at this one that has writing on it, and I'm like, a company of axes. Huh. We'll have to keep an eye out for them. It looks like they know what they're doing. 2,000 gold.
Oh, company of axes. Oh, I see.
Company of axes, bottom left. Huh. Not very good grammar, apparently.
They sound terrifying.
I'm a little concerned about the amount of undead related things on this board, because the one that's just to the left and above the mine one is guard duty in the cemetery during an event. Then we've got protecting the church, which deals with undead. Then we've got the zombie one down at the bottom.
Oh, I mean, like we decided. I mean, we took care of half of the zombie problem when we were out on the road, so somebody's going to take care of that like in a snap.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure some idiot who doesn't know what a boy Avero knows is going to take that churchy one to try to get some money, and probably not going to do it. Good job, Avero.
Yes, good job.
You're welcome.
I'd say we go to the mines and then come back and see what's still left. If the zombie ones are still left, maybe we can go out there and finish the job, but I don't want to backtrack right now.
Yes, I agree.
The mine does say it is a tier 1 or 2, whereas the gathering quest is just tier 1, which is just us, and it's our first day, so perhaps we shouldn't push ourselves too much.
Because it's berry picking, Avero. Do you want to go do that grocery shopping too? I bet you that's tier 1.
That sounds lovely, in fact.
How about this? How about we go to the Wicked Goat, get ourselves a drink, get ourselves a bath, and then maybe revisit this discussion in the morning. Take a day to ourselves. Spa day.
Spa.
Oh, a spa day. That sounds wonderful.
Doesn't it though?
I require a bath.
I would love just a day at the tavern. That would be heavenly. My ass is impossibly sore, and my back, and my legs. Pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I just kind of shrug. I just kind of shrug and start to kind of walk towards the door.
Okay.
To the wretched goat.
The Wicked Goat.
Wicked goat. Wicked goat.
So as
to the wretched goat.
We're gonna have time. So as you get into the Wicked Goat, the brief description I'm gonna give you, or the description I'm gonna give you real quick, this drooping kind of goat hangs above the main entrance of this wooden building. Its belly long, since fallen into disrepair. and allows a family of pigeons to nest in it. The Wicked Goat is one of the oldest buildings in Saltmarsh, and it certainly is the oldest tavern. Constructed almost nearly 120 years ago, the building has changed owners over the few years and a dozen times. When they first planned in the city around, the council chose the building as its boundaries of the East End. The location result is a booming business and a tavern. Prices are a little bit high, but it does have tavern or rooms up on top and things like that. So with your passive perception, the one thing you also get is as you come in, on the wall of the main floor, there is this nice, beautiful, large, like 5 foot by like 10 foot or like 8 foot painting on one of the main walls as you kind of come in. And it depicts a group of adventurers. And they're standing there kind of, some of them are smiling, some of them are not. There's a kind of it looks like Saltmarsh in the background. There's a signature on it that you see just says AG on the bottom of it. But what you see is what appears to be a genasi type adventurer that is kind of flying up. You see a tiefling of colors and kind of laughing. You see a tabaxi kind of crouched down, kind of up, like, why am I having to pose type situation. You almost see another genasi, but it looks like an earth and ranger gear and with a bow. And then you see one almost looks like a shadow with pale white skin, just standing there kind of looking away. And it's a painting of a famous adventurers group of Saltmarsh. And it says, yeah, that's what it says. There's no name. It's just signed off. So, and you will get your rooms upstairs. Are you sharing or individuals? Who's
individuals?
Are the boys sharing?
No. Sure.
That's exactly how the conversation
That's exactly
goes.
how the conversation. There's enough rooms for each of you. We're gonna expedite this a little bit so that the process, you're gonna get your rooms, you're gonna get a good night's sleep, and you get to become second level when we meet again.
Oh, second level.
Yeah,
we're running a little.
Got a level.
You got to level over that. We're running a little over.
So well.
Yes, we're running a little over. So we're gonna end tonight. We're gonna do a quick. We're not quick. We're gonna do exits. So thank you so much for joining us. This was a blast. Again, labor of love and interesting dynamics that we're doing for this group and the Tuesday group that I have. So we're going to go around. Please tell me who you are, where can we find you, and plug anything that you have. So, Jeff.
I'm Jeff. You can find me in the city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have nothing to plug.
Don't give him your address, Jeff. That's a good way to get murdered.
I live at 11222.
And I carry cash all the time.
I carry hundreds.
My phone number is.
My social security number and credit cards are.
My high school was this, and my mom's maiden name was.
These are my security questions.
There we go.
Yeah, I have nothing to plug.
All right, Carrie.
I am Carrie. I play on Mini Terrain Domain every Monday night. We play Candlekeep Mysteries, which has been pretty great, and that's really just heating up. Every first Wednesday of the month, I play on Big Bearded Nerd. We play Call of Cthulhu, Mythos Investigators. We just had our first session last night, so I'm sorry if I was a little quiet tonight. I'm very, very tired. And now I'm here. I play in one more campaign on a channel called Dice Tales Live. We play once a month, and our next date for that is November 20th. So hooray. So I'm everywhere. I'm like the wind.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Last but not least, Jim.
Jim, Hawkmere1 on Twitter. Thursday nights, I am on Blue Water Dragoons channel playing Fate, running a hunter/ranger character. On Sunday nights, I am over on Big Birded Nerds channel with Jay as the GM for our Shadowport Adventures Star Wars campaign. And yeah.
You guys do a lot.
I still have a freaking Shadowport Adventures character in the chamber, Jay.
Yes, you do. It's there. Record. Oh no, it's still there, and it's waiting for you to join us.
She's waiting.
She's waiting. Hi everyone. Jay, Neofet3 on the socials. I thank you so much for joining us. We're running. We're getting it going. Be patient with us. We're having fun. That's all it's about. But you can find me here Wednesdays. Our next game in 2 weeks. We're going to be on the 5th. Oh, wait a minute. The 17th of. Wait, I can do math, can't I? Yes, the 17th of November, Wednesday, is when we will be rejoining you for this Shadowport Legends.
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday, the 16th, will be the Legends of Saltmarsh, which will be on MTD, or the Miniature Ranger main. We have another group, and basically the fraternal twin of this game that I like to call it, because they're going to be impacting life, and there might be spoilers and things and connections of some sorts. Who knows from this game?
Yes.
And then on Sundays, as Jim had mentioned, we have Shadowport Adventures Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m. on Big Bearded Nerd. And then this weekend we have Color of Change, which is D&D Jordan Lee's charity event starting on Thursday. And there's going to be great individuals that are running games. There's D&D, Cthulhu, and some video games. I'm on Friday. I'm in a game in the afternoon with Fort Nerd. Gary is running all over the place. He's running a game that I'm in, and a lot of shenanigans are going to be in that one. So I thank you so much, everyone. Take care of yourself. Thank you again. And I don't know what else to say because I'll have something down later on. But thank you again. Have a good evening. Have a good week. And we'll see you again.
Happy Wednesday.